Obituaries brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg, 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home is Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Rebecca Graham Osberg, age 70, of Sylacauga, died February the 4th at her residence. A private family service will be held at a later date. Online condolences can be made at curtisandsonfh.com. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to Comfort Care Hospice, Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, in charge of the arrangements. Herbert Owens, age 75, of Sylacauga, died Thursday at UAB Palliative Care. Funeral arrangements will be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service for J.C. Tapley, age 91, of Alexander City, will be Saturday at 11 a.m. from 6th Street Baptist Church, with the Reverends Matt Haynes, Kenneth Neely, and Clyde Coker officiating. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park with veterans honors provided by the Alexander City Veterans Honor Guard. The family receiving friends this evening 5 till 7 at the funeral home. Mr. Tapley died Wednesday, February 3rd at his residence. He was a member of the 6th Street Baptist Church. The family will accept flowers or donations can be made to the 6th Street Baptist Church Building Fund, 2324 6th Street, Extension, Alexander City, Alabama, 35010. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com, Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mildred Anita Thomas Duncan, age 93, will be this morning at 11 a.m. from Terry's Mortuary Chapel, with the Reverend Hardy Reynolds Jr. officiating. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Ruby H. Harris, age 81, is Friday today at noon from Evangel Temple Deliverance Center in Vincent, with burial in the Evergreen Cemetery in Sylacauga. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Darrell Glenn Dyson will be today at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega. The Reverend Otis Grays officiating. Burial in the Midway Memory Garden Cemetery. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Ed Walter Davis, age 75, is 1 o'clock on Saturday at DeForest Chapel on the campus of Talladega College. Pastor Hardy Reynolds officiating. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, directing. Memorial service for George Jones Jr., age 71, is 3 o'clock Saturday at Terry's Mortuary Chapel. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Funeral service for Bradley J. Morris, age 22, will be 1 o'clock Saturday at Kelly Springs Baptist Church, with the Reverend L. Jacobs, the pastor, and the Reverend Charles Garrett, the eulogist. Interment in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Funeral service for Mr. Wallace E. Gator Folks, age 63, is Saturday at 11 a.m. from Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church in Sylacauga. Burial in the Sylacauga Cemetery. Visitation today 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Mr. Folks died January the 29th at Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.